Hey guys, it's just Jocelyn here, and I'm sorry I'm late. I'm about 5 minutes tardy, so I apologize. But welcome to season 2, episode 20 of Talk to Me Tuesday. So, first of all, I just want to say, wow, episode 20 is a big deal for me because this is technically my 40th episode. So, season 1 had 20 episodes. I took a 1-month break. Came back, brought you guys season 2, and here we are, season 2, episode 20. So this will be the end, last day of season 2. So I definitely just want to first just thank everybody for all your continued support, for y'all being here, watching every week, just, being consistent, being faithful, staying loyal, sharing, posting, reposting, commenting, all of that. I really, 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 really appreciate all the support that you guys give me, 100%. I can't thank you guys enough. So, yeah. So, today's topic is parents and relationships. So, I know that a couple people might have been a little confused on what angle I was taking with the whole parents and relationships thing. I actually got this as a combined. It was basically it was a suggestion from two separate people. I was looking for suggestions earlier, just topic suggestions. Sometimes I like to get feedback from you guys and see, what topics you want to discuss. Everything isn't always, I don't have the best ideas, but, I can pretty much elaborate and have a discussion on any topic. So, I took the suggestion and I got a lot of comments about in-laws and are you friends with your in-laws and do you like your in-laws and when your parents are interfering with your relationship and all those things. So that's pretty much what we're going to go over today, where we're going to go with the topic. And, yeah. So I definitely want to start with your parents. So have your parents interfere with your relationship? Do you guys have any experiences with either, if you're a daddy's girl, your dad being too overbearing, you can never date anybody, whatever like that, or, you're a mama's boy and your mom's always checking out your girlfriends and saying, oh, she's not worthy and this and this and that. So that's a big one. I know that, especially when we were younger, all of our parents want, of course, the best for us, and they have so many opinions and their own idea of who you should date and who you need to be around, and oh, he's no good for you, or she's not good enough for you, and oh, I don't like her, and she doesn't seem right, and why is she wearing that, and well, does he have a job, and does he treat you well, and all of that. He looks like a player, he has tattoos, I'm going old school, but he drives a convertible car, any of that. So those are all different aspects in which your parents give you that feedback, and it's just okay, dad or mom, I'm gonna be all right. So I don't know how old all of you guys are, but most of us are adults here, and that situation still comes about, that still presents itself as an adult, and your parents are still giving that feedback, and it's just, oh, I don't really like him for you, or I don't really like her, so you shouldn't bring her around, or whatever the case. So we do, and although we're grown, we still value our parents' opinion, and we still care what they think and care how they feel, because nobody wants to be in a situation where they have to choose. Some of us, we've been in a situation and we'll choose, and it's just whatever is whatever, and I'll deal with it. But nobody wants to be put in that situation. So when you have that scenario where it's just your mom and your girlfriend don't get along, or your dad and your boyfriend don't get along, or your husband, isn't, really fond of your family, or vice versa, or your family is mean, nasty, ignorant, and they're always being mean. It's just okay, because now I have to pick my man over my family, and then it's just, I can't never go to anything, and we're always doing our own thing, or you end up always with your partner at their family's house because your family doesn't approve. So you want to be with your partner, let's say on holidays, you want to be with them and you want to spend that time with them, but because, the family dynamic isn't really working out in your favor, it's just I'd rather just not even deal with the drama and be at my grandma's house because all my aunts and my mom and them are going to be there and they're going to be acting like bitches. And I don't want to be doing that. I don't want to subject my partner to that. So I'll just go somewhere else. You know, we'll go to your family's house where they're nicer and they whatever, and they treat me good and they think I'm pretty and they, you know, accept me and love me and that. But, you know, we do end up filling that void. You feel that void of missing your family and wanting to be around your own family and wanting to see your nieces and nephews and all of that. So it definitely becomes a bother and a stressor. It's a main stressor, not only for you personally, but then it, you know, it becomes a real issue in your relationship, because any partner that really cares about you, they're, of course, they want to spend that time with you as well, but nobody wants you, I'll say, a good partner should not want you to give up on your family or turn your back on your family or not be with your family all the time. You know, it's good that you guys can be interchangeable and I can go see your family, you come see my family, but it shouldn't be a situation where we always just got to go to your family's house and then I'm trying to take you away from your family, because your partner will start to feel that. And then they'll start to feel guilty. They'll have a sense of guilt. And it's just like, well, you always got to be with me, or your parents don't like me, so maybe we should break up, or, you know, maybe we should hide, or, you know, or those type of things. And it's just like, none of that is okay. None of that is okay, but those are situations that we face, and it becomes really, really uncomfortable, and it makes for friction in your relationship. So the friction in the relationship can be, you know, your partner may or may not have that guilt that I stated. That guilt may have built up after, you know, first it was the 4th of July picnic, then it was Labor Day cookout, then it was, you know, Thanksgiving. And now it's just like, well, on Christmas, I mean, I would like for you to come to my family, but damn, like, to know that you can't be with your family, somebody that really cares about you, that will bother them, you know. And then they'll start to do things that may, I don't want to say start arguments, but they'll just try to distance themselves. Sometimes we do things for our partners with their best interests at heart. We'll remove ourselves or, you know, hurt ourselves to, you know, to protect them. So it's just like, I know how much you, let's say, love your granny nanny, and, you know, she's getting older and you don't need to be missing all these holidays without her, but I know that if I come, you know, then it's going to be a big deal and you're not going to be comfortable and I'm not going to be comfortable. So how about we just don't spend Christmas together? Or, you know, especially if your family like lives out of town, then it's not like, oh, I'll be with you in the morning and then them at night. It's like, no, if my family lives in Wisconsin and, you know, me and my boyfriend live in New Jersey, it's just like, well, damn, I need to be in Wisconsin, which means I'm not going to be with you on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. I'll probably be there till New Year's or something like that. So we just have to take into consideration how much our family affects us and how much their opinions affect us and affect our decisions. So I'll first say that I don't have firsthand experience with my family, like not liking my partner. Mainly because I don't really give a fuck. Like, truth be told, my family's pretty accepting of everybody, which could be a bad thing, and I'll get into that. But my family's pretty accepting. They're pretty much like, oh, it don't matter. You know, my mom's side rather. Or I'll say my immediate family. My immediate family, like my mom, my dad, my mom, my stepdad, my brothers and sisters, they're pretty much like, oh, well, whatever. You know, we are really like one of those, if you happy, I'm happy type of families, you know. Or if they do, they don't say shit. So long as I don't feel that negative vibe, then I don't have an issue with it. So I don't have a lot of experiences like that. And most of my partners, their parents like me. So moms fuck with me, dads dig me, so I don't have that many bad experiences, but I do know people that has. I have witnessed it maybe secondhand where people may not have been as accepted and it's really been a big deal. So to have to be away from your family or hide from your family, it's upsetting and it makes the other person feel so bad, and you don't want to be selfish to your partner, like, well, just me, fuck them, I got your back, whatever, because no matter what, of course, we all wish for longevity in all of our relationships, but your family will always be your family. And when it's all said and done, and if y'all break up, and if Jonathan cheats on you, or if he passes away, God forbid, or, you know, whatever the case, that's still your family. If you guys get married, you'll want them there. No matter how much your family don't like Jonathan or whatever, you will want them there. So I just feel like it's something that you have to really take into consideration. The best way to deal with it is to actually address it. I feel like a lot of people, we just, like I said, we take one route or the other. It's just like, well, I'm just not going to come around. It's just like, fuck y'all. Or, you know, I won't bring him around. But that's not fair either. So I feel like actually addressing the situation, like, hey, y'all be acting a little weird with Jonathan. Now, maybe it needs to be on a time when Jonathan's not around. Maybe instead of waiting for a family gathering, like a big holiday like Thanksgiving, you might need to hit somebody up on like the little Halloween party, which is, a lower scale of a situation. Jonathan might have to work on Halloween. It's just like, you should show up at the Halloween party like, hey guys, what's the situation with Jonathan? Like, y'all be acting a little weird to him. I'm going to presume that you guys don't like him, but I need to know why. Do you guys know something that I don't know? Do you see? Because sometimes, you know, others see things that we can't see. You know, when you're in love or when you infatuated with somebody or when you're digging them so bad, you got your blinders on. So it's just like, Jonathan is perfect in your eyes. This nigga don't do shit wrong. He treats you amazingly. He got good sex. He's cute. He got money, all of that. So I don't see anything wrong with Jonathan. So if y'all see something, let me know. And sometimes it may take some outside eyes for especially somebody that cares about you. You know, they may be able to identify with some things about Jonathan that you're just not picking up on because you're so love sprung and stupid in your head. So ask them, hey guys, what's the situation? What's up with Jonathan? Why is this a thing? You know, I'm feeling uncomfortable. I really like him. You know, we're trying to take things to the next level, but y'all are acting like morons. So I need to know what's up. And then from that conversation, it will be, okay, well, actually, you know, I know Jonathan from the past. He used to go to high school with my cousin, and he is such and such and such and such, and he used to beat up girls. Okay, now we getting somewhere. So you think he gonna beat me up? Oh, okay. Well, he's not gonna beat me up, but thank you for that. And then you can deal with it accordingly. And you let Jonathan know. Now, if they don't have any logical explanation, if it's just like, I don't know, like, if it's like your dad saying, I just don't like him for you. Well, Dad, you're not going to like anybody for me, especially if you got a dad that's always up your ass and just wants you to be a little girl and never wear short skirts and, you know, never wear your titties out. Then it's just like, okay, wait. We're never going to get anywhere. You ain't never going to have a man if you wait for your dad to approve. But if it's, you know, if there's no logical explanation, then you move forward. And then you just let them know, listen, I don't like that. And if you guys love me right now, I love him. And I would appreciate it if you guys respect him and accept him. And so we can come around. Because I don't want to cut y'all off. Because now y'all don't have no real reason to not like my nigga. And if y'all keep acting like assholes, then I'm going to be forced to buzz off from you guys for a while. And y'all don't want that because I'm the best one. I'm the favorite cousin. I'm the perfect niece. I'm the best daughter. And y'all don't want me to not come around, do you? Because what is the family event going to be without me and my bubbly personality? So y'all better get in shape. Y'all better talk to each other. Have a little meeting in the corner. And when Jonathan comes around, get y'all shit together. So, yeah. So, if they have logical explanation why they don't like him or, you know, whatever, or they see something in him or he, you know, because like I said, they'll pick up on something. If he spoke to you in a certain manner or they don't like how you're acting, they'll bring that up. And we do have that. I did want to touch on that because our family is used to seeing us as their family member. So your cousin is used to how you act as her cousin. Your mom is used to how you act as her daughter. Your sister is used to how you act as her sister. But none of your family members have ever been in a relationship with you. So sometimes they may get a little taken aback in how you behave in a relationship. So have you ever been, this is for ladies, or I'll touch on something for the guys too. But ladies, have you ever been at like a family gathering with your nigga or with your man or with your partner and you made them a plate and you delivered it to them? It's like, here you go, babe. Was there anything else? What you want to drink? Blah, blah, blah. And they be looking like, ooh, look at TT. Making plates and shit. So they're going to take one or two lanes with that. It's just like, oh, yes, TT got her man and she getting it together. She know how to be a good wife and he going to lock her down real soon. Or it's just like, oh, he must be beating on her because I know TT, she'll never make nobody play. And she always be a big deal. And you know what I mean? She'll never do nothing like that. So something ain't right. This ain't the same TT we know. Something ain't right. We got to investigate. He must be whooping on my cousin ass. And I'm going to have to investigate. And now I don't like him. You see what I'm saying? So you see how it's two different perspectives that they can take. Two different angles that both, you know, could be realistic. And it's just like, well, no, guys, he ain't beating my ass, but he's dicking me down real good, so I'll make this nigga's plate. Sorry, y'all might not understand because you don't have a man. Or maybe if you make your nigga plate, he'll stop looking at my ass in this dress while I make my nigga's plate. You see where I'm going with that? So just keep in mind, everybody has their own reasonings behind their assumptions. A lot of people do make assumptions. Yes, we have messy family members. They're out there. Bitch might act like she don't like that nigga because she really want to fuck him. We got some Ebonies. Every family got an Ebony or two. If y'all don't know who I'm talking about, look up Players Club. Every family got an Ebony or two. And it's just like, maybe that's why you acting like you don't like my nigga. Or that's why you keep telling me to break up with him. Or that's why you saying he ain't shit. And that's why you keep trying to hook me up with people. Because you are waiting for me to slip up so you can go on and slip his dick in your mouth. So you got to be mindful of those too. Because even though they're your family, they're not perfect. And bitches slip up and niggas slip up. And there you go. So keep all that in mind when you're having these situations. So basically the key is to communicate. Communicate with the family and communicate with your partner. Because they need to know. Because now they're on their end. They're developing their own assumptions about what's going on. Or her family must not like me. Maybe they too bougie, and you know he might be a blue collar man, and you know your family, he might be a little intimidated. Oh well, your uncle and he drives a Audi 6000 and they live in fucking, I don't know, Montgomery County somewhere, and their house is really nice, and then he might feel intimidated, because I've been in that situation where it's just like the partner may feel intimidated by the circumstance. And it's just like, then your family is giving off the impression, oh, you're too good for him, or he doesn't deserve you, or what does he do for you, and what does he do for work? And, oh, Jonathan, where you work at? Pep Boys. Oh, okay. TT, when you start fucking with niggas that work at Pep Boys, that's why you got that 3-year-old Gucci bag? Oh, so now you downgraded. That's the messiness. But again, that's our family. Families are messy. Families are just people. So we just have to keep in mind that take all these perceptions, all these assumptions, and all these opinions with a grain of salt. You do what you want with your partner, and you do what makes you feel comfortable. But you have to keep in mind that your ultimate goal, or what matters the most, is the comfort of your partner. Because the reality is, your fucking family, they're going to be there. When it's all said and done, they'll be there. You can cuss them all out, and you don't got to come to 3 Thanksgivings in a row. And if you and Jonathan break up, God forbid, and you come to the next one, what they going to do? They're going to talk a little bit of shit about you. But they still going to be there. They still going to be your family. So right now, your focus is Jonathan and making sure he's okay. Because you're not going to put him in an uncomfortable situation, because that's not fair. So that's where I wanted to go with that. As far as allowing your parents to interfere with your relationship. So now we're talking the in-laws, the moms that pop up at your house unannounced, or the moms that got keys to your house. And it's just like, oh yeah, you walk in the door, y'all coming from a hot movie date, and y'all kissing and hugging, all walking up in the door, and you fucking see mom car in the driveway. Like, what the fuck are you doing here? Why are you here? Oh, I just came to clean for you because I was thinking about you. Mom, I appreciate it, but get the fuck out so I can, finish what I started at the movies. So we have those moms, those parents that are really overbearing. Especially if the child has been if you were raised either as an only child or as a really coddled and cradled and spoiled child, it is going to be a little bit harder for your parents to kind of let go of the reins. This also is another thing, ladies and gentlemen, if you call your parents and ask them for stuff. Now, again, we're talking about in adult relationships. If you contact your parents to ask them something, or ask them for something that your partner should be doing, that will become an issue. For example, ladies, if you get a flat tire on the side of the road and you call your dad before you call your man, you have a fucking issue. Period. Whether you like it or not, I do not care. If your nigga don't know how to change a tire, he better come there and call AAA when he gets there. But you call him first. You call him first, because then you're taking that away from him. Not, oh, he's not a man, but the reality is your partner is supposed to be your go-to person. And if you're in a relationship with somebody that you don't feel like they can be your go-to person, then you have a problem either way. And you need to maybe reevaluate the relationship, because something's wrong with that. But the reality is, yeah, I should be your go-to. You don't need to call your mom and dad for everything. If if you having issues and your bank account's overdrawn or something like that, and you need a couple dollars until Friday or whatever, your nigga should be your go-to, or your partner should be your go-to. Now, if they don't have it, now together, y'all put your minds together and y'all figure it out. And if you gotta maybe sneak and call your mom after the fact and be like, Mom, can you just send me $100 to my account? That's one thing. But I need you to talk to me first. You come to me first before you go to your parents or, call your cousin or whatever like that. Because it's good to have those family members that are there to help you, but you have to understand the role of a partner. No, your man's job is not to give you money and fix your car, but at the same time, you are my partner. We are in this together. Anything that's wrong with me is wrong with you. You understand? If my car broke, then our car's broke. I don't care if you got a car too. Because if my car break down and now it ain't working, then I'm using your motherfucking car to get back and forth to where I need to go. Or now you got to inconvenience yourself because you got to drop me off and pick me up and take me here and take me there and let me borrow the car on the weekends and drop you off at work. No. So we are in this together because we're adults. Now, again, I'm talking about adult relationships. You don't, even if you're not married, because I know some people are going to go there, well, I ain't married to her, it ain't my responsibility. Oh, yeah, it is. When you sign up to be my boyfriend, be my girlfriend, be my man, be my woman, we in this together. I should get whatever I need from you before I have to go to an outside source. Because if that's the situation, then I'll go to outside sources to get the rest of the shit I need too. Like love, affection, sex. So think about it that way. And that's the best way to kind of process that and, go there. So be sure that, try to understand that your parents can interfere with the relationship. But I feel like with that, if parents are interfering, a lot of that is fully under your control. Because, again, as a grown woman, you need to be able to sit your mom down like, Mom, listen. Me and Jonathan live together. You can't just be coming over here. You can't just be coming over here cleaning up at all hours of the night. That's when you got to get grown with your mother. Mom, what the fuck do you and your husband be doing at 9:30, 10 o'clock at night? Cleaning? No. Do you want the maid or me coming over cleaning your fuck house at 9:30, 10? Go the fuck back where you belong. And let me be over here because me and my nigga got some shit to do. I appreciate you. And sometimes we don't have those uncomfortable situations mainly because we don't want to miss out on those benefits. Bitch, it might be time for you to clean your own damn house. When you got a man in there that you need to cook and clean for, yeah. You can't have mom coming over because then your mom going to come with the right outfit at the wrong time and you're going to be at work and Jonathan going to come home for his lunch break and it's going to be like, maybe not Ebony, but Aunt Titi or whoever. Not saying that your mom will fuck your nigga or your nigga will fuck your mom, but I'm just saying, it's just no. Your mom is an upgraded version of you. If you don't know. So, no, Mom, go over there. Thank you. So you might have to go without, or you might have to take more responsibility. And a lot of us don't necessarily want to do that, which is how we end up in these situations. But that's also how we stay in a premature status. That's how relationships don't grow. That's how relationships don't go to another level because you're maintaining a certain amount of prematurity. You're staying in a childlike state. So the thing about a woman is when you grow up and get your own house and your own family, then you need to care and cradle and cook for that family. It's no longer the responsibility of your mother. And if you're giving your mother that responsibility, then you're not ready to have all the things that you have. Your own house, your own car, your own family, your own man. You're not ready. You might as well move back in. So keep that in mind as well. Sometimes we have to say no to things. We have to sacrifice. We have to go without. We have to figure things out. I'm not saying everybody knows how to cook and knows how to clean. Okay, well, you need to go visit your mom on Wednesdays when Jonathan works late and learn how to cook. You can't keep saying, oh, we're going to go over my mom's for dinner, or my mom's going to cook for us, because he's going to fall in love with your mom's cooking, not yours. And this ain't even about wanting to sleep with your mom, but it's just like, well, what can you do? So then he's going to more so, then he's going to get to a place where he starts to realize, you know, with the qualities that you don't necessarily possess. So if you want to keep your man, learn from your mother, but don't allow your mother to keep doing for you. Don't allow your father to keep doing for you. Fellas, if you always got to say, oh yeah, my dad going to come over here and do such and such, and he's going to fucking fix the garage, and he going to fix your car. No, you better go and ask your dad how to fix cars, because that's what bitches want, a nigga that know how to fix a car. So what the fuck? I can fuck your dad for all that if he the one that's fixing the cars. So no, you better go learn. We're supposed to learn from our parents. Our parents are supposed to instill and teach us everything that we need so that we can go out into the world and then do it on our own and build our own families, our own lives. When you keep your parents in the mix, you're never growing. You're never getting a chance to spread your wings and fly and see that you can do these things. So keep that in mind as well. Also, how are you guys with your partner's parents? So families are one thing, but are you one of those people that, so then we have the situations where we tend to befriend our partner's parents or our partner's families. So the opposite to them not liking us is they like us a lot, and then we think that they're our allies. So I wanted to touch on this solely because, like I stated, I can be honest and state that I don't feel that if somebody's parents didn't like me, I never knew. No, I'm lying. One of my girlfriends, her mom didn't like me in the beginning. She didn't like me at all. But I was able to dig deep and figure out why, and she just wasn't ready for her daughter to be in a situation like myself. That's all. But it wasn't like a dislike for me. But, with that, I had to dig deep and I had to figure that out. And that took for me to kind of get to the bottom of. But I want to touch on this solely because I know a lot of us, we tend to, like I said, befriend our partner's parents. I know for myself, a lot of my partners, like I'm a hairstylist, so moms dig me. They're like, oh, your girlfriend could do hair. She could come do my hair whenever. I could get my hair done. I'm always going to be cute. She's going to give me a discount. I'm going to call her daughter. And we going to be happy. And I'm always going to be late. And she going to do it because she thinks that I like her. And that's that. So I struggle with that on, a couple of different levels. Because just like, moms don't really like me. They just want me to do their hair. Or, they really do. And then I have to be careful on what I say and how I talk to these mothers. Because they're my partner's parents, but they're also my clients. So when we're sitting and we're talking and we in salon talk now. So if I'm in salon mode, it's just like whoever's in my chair gonna get it. If I got something to say, then they gonna hear what I gotta say. But I can't just be saying any old thing and thinking that, Miss Tanya is gonna be okay with this once I sit here and start talking about her daughter like that. So it's just keep in mind that no matter how cool you are with your partner's parents, they are not your allies. They are not your friend. They may not be your enemies, but they are not your person. You can talk to them, but keep it real general. Keep it real general. Because the reality is, that's still her mother. That's still his mother. That's still her dad. That's still his dad. Don't do it to yourself. Because it's going to hurt you. And I'm going to tell you the ways it's going to hurt you. So on one hand, if something go wrong with y'all and Miss Tanya stop talking to you, you're going to be sick. Sick. Because at the end of the day, her loyalty lies with her daughter or her son. She can't. Jocelyn, I can't. I want to be your friend. I'll see you later. I'll text you about my hair. But I can't talk to you right now. That's how she going to be. She can't talk to you. If her daughter or her son ain't fucking with you, she can't talk to you. Because they going to be telling her. In my experience, you better find somebody else to do your hair. Don't fucking call her over here. I don't want to see her. Don't go to visit her. Da-da-da-da. She's fucking somebody else. Don't be around her. Blah, blah, blah. And guess what they going to do? They ain't gonna come. Or they might, and then now they risking their relationship with their child, all because, in my case, they just want to get their hair done. So that's usually sometimes worth the risk. But no, don't be her friend. Don't fucking be her friend. So that's one aspect of it. If the child ain't feeling you, you're on timeout right now. And then when the child comes back around and riding your dick again, then Miss Tanya can talk to you again. But then the other aspect of that is you get wrapped up and you tell them too much. So again, we're going to use Miss Tanya as an example. She's a woman, you're a woman, but in my case, most of these women got daughters, honey, and they is my woman, and they don't be wanting to hear that. A mother can know their daughter was gay their whole life. They do not want to hear you talk about fucking their daughter, kissing their daughter, how sexy their daughter is, how cute she is, how much you miss her. She don't want to hear none of that shit. I don't give a fuck if you her 33rd girlfriend. They don't want to hear it. I have experienced that, and it's just like, but they can sit and talk about their nigga, how they got their head banged out. That's why they tracks is slipping and all that, but they do not want to hear about the gay shit with their daughters. And ladies, even those who are not lesbians, his mom don't want to hear about him dicking you down. She don't. She just don't. She is not going to happen. So they don't want to hear that because then it gets a little uncomfortable. And then the third aspect is, God forbid, if their son or daughter is doing something bad or wrong, they're going to be so biased, it's a waste of time to even talk to them. Because they might be cool, and it's just like, I really do like you, Jocelyn, and you might got a point, but at the end of the day, I'm around for my daughter, so all this shit you're saying is going in one ear, out the other. Oh, she cheated on you? That's so sad. Oh my gosh, she ain't shit, but guess what? The bitch could be upstairs in her house, and you knock on Miss Tanya's door, and she's like, oh, she's not here right now. Miss Tanya, her car right there. She's not here. She took my car, and she went somewhere. What? You're lying. You're fucking lying. So it's just like, Miss Tanya's not your friend. And it's just like, and once you process that and you're able to figure it out, and the best way to understand this without wanting to burn Miss Tanya's hair off with relaxer is, your mom would do the same thing. Your mom would do the same thing. If somebody knocked on my door right now and I had a bitch up here, and there's a bitch at the door, Jocelyn's not here. I know her car's outside, but she ain't the fuck here. I don't know where she at. I don't know why her car right there. She must have took an Uber. I don't know, but she's not here. And you better say that. And that's just it. Like, write it out. Mom, I don't care. You're in the hot seat. Figure it out. I'm not playing. Do not fucking let them in and say, oh, come upstairs and catch me red-handed. Like, no. So the best way to not get that resentment or that anger or that hate from Miss Tanya is just to understand that if it was you, your parents would do the same thing. Another thing, to us that are parents. Now, granted, I'm a parent. I have 2 sons, for all you guys who don't know. My oldest son will be 15 next week, and then my youngest is 10. So, and I have 2 sons, praise God. But now these times may come for me. I might be Miss Tanya, and I might have a little girl knocking on my door like, it's such and such home, and I'm going to be like, oh. Now, on one hand, ain't going to be no bitches sneaking in my house and all that. But now we have, now we have to understand that all these things that we've had to experience as adults with our family, dealing with our partners and this and that, the time is coming now, or I know something that I'm realizing is now the time is coming for me now to be a parent. And me not to be like, oh, I don't like her. Oh, her dress is too short. Oh, why she got her hair like that? Oh, this and that. She got a smart mouth. She seemed fresh. What's her Instagram name? Because I'm doing that. It's 2017 and you got to be all up in these little bitches' business. So, why she dressed like that? Why she talk like that? What she can't spell? What she can't read? What grade she in? What her grades look like? Does she play? Is she on the choir? Did she go to church? Like, how does she dress? Like, all of that. So then it's just like, as a parent, it's so crazy to now be presented with this same situation. And it's just like, well, damn. Am I going to be, what type of mom am I going to be? What type of Miss Tanya am I going to be? Am I going to be that grouchy mom? It's just like, I don't fucking like nobody. None of you bitches is worthy. Y'all all skanks, trifling little whores. All y'all daughters on here is little whores, and don't send them to date my son. You know, am I going to be that mom, or am I going to be Joe with everybody? Because my mom, I'll say it, and I hope she not on here. God bless her soul. My mom is Joe with everybody. Nobody don't think my mom don't like them. My mom likes everybody. She's like, oh, hey. Now, she ain't fake. She won't call nobody daughter or none of that Joe shit. But she will talk to and be friends with everybody. I can come in here with 5 different bitches, 5 different days. And she'll be like, oh, hi. 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 How you doing? Hi. Have a good day. You want something to drink? And I'll be like, Mom, she ain't even nobody. Don't do that. My mom make everybody think they somebody. And that's annoying. So I'm just trying to figure out, you know, like what type of mom will I be? So that's something for you guys to think about. That is definitely something to think about. Anybody on here with kids, you know, we got to start figuring out. That's where we going to be at soon. We going to be those same moms. And we have to, you know, think about all the experiences we had and all the Jonathans we had and all the hard times that we had to go through and experience. And now we get a chance to do it right. Or we just continue to cycle. And it's just like, and these girls or these guys, they get the work that they deserve. And it's just like, well, I had to go through it, so it's just the circle of life. You better go through it. And if you really love my daughter or really love my son, you'll rock out. Because this is about to be fucking Final Four, Family Double Dare, fucking Survivor Series, Fear Factor. If you can make it through, then you get the prize. But there's going to be some shit with it. Also, what was I going to say? Yeah. And also, keep in mind, so the things I wanted to kind of touch on, I kind of touched on everything I wanted to say, but, so sorry guys, some key things to consider or look out for in order to not allow your parents or family, like I know that the topic was more so parents and relationships, but family in general. You know, everybody doesn't have their parents or doesn't have both their parents, or, you know, you're raised by your grandmom, or, you know, your auntie or your cousins have a big say. I talk to my cousins all the time. Your cousins might have a big say in something or whatever. Just be mindful and look out for these particular like key like warnings and just deal with it. So if you have parents that are like super intrusive and your family members like really intrusive, like they're always just pushing themselves or forcing themselves into your situation, and they're always, it's one thing to say, hey, how you and your boyfriend doing, or, you know, whatever like that. That's one thing. But it's just like, if you got somebody always calling you like, you ain't break up with him yet? What's going on? You know, when you confiding in somebody and they're giving you the always negative, not even always negative, but just, they're just too in the business. So this is how you confide in somebody, guys. And I'll touch on this a little bit simply because I feel like this is where a lot of us go wrong, and this is what will alleviate a lot of situations when your family becomes a factor. With anybody, your friends included. And this one I'll include friends. Just be careful what you tell people. Be mindful what you disclose. And that's all just a part of being in an adult relationship. Because when we teenagers, and even when we're in our 20s and shit, even now, it's a ever-going process. And you grow as you grow. And situation through situation, relationship through relationship, you learn your lesson, and then eventually you'll stop. But be careful what you tell people, who you confide in, and how much information you disclose on your partner or in your relationship, period. You can't tell everything. As much as it hurts that when we're going through something, we want to confide in our friends and confide in our family and call our favorite cousin or go to our mom's house and cry about such and such did this, and I'm mad at Jonathan today, so I'm moving out, and I'm coming back to my mama's house, and I'm going to sleep on the couch, because then your mom is like, why the fuck is my daughter sleeping on this couch, and what the fuck did Jonathan do, and now I don't fucking like Jonathan. All because y'all had one dumbass argument about who going to do the dishes, and you going to be back home the next day, and now, next time Jonathan come around, he going to get the side eye from Mom Dukes. That's always Joe with him. And you done forgot that you even went over there that day. And now that has been a lasting impression on, you know, on your family. And you don't understand that now that has affected how they view Jonathan. No matter if you took him back 30 times. He only got to do your family wrong one time. And that's real shit. Like, we will take our partners back over and over and over. You know, there's a saying, like, I don't give a fuck. I'll take my nigga back 30 times. We give our partners chances. That's what we're doing. We love them. Our families don't love them. Our friends don't love them. We love them. So we're willing to put up with their shit. Family, you get one and done. It ain't even no 3 strikes are out. You give Jonathan 13 strikes. Your family, he do one wrong thing, fuck around, be at the wrong time, and the wrong person see it. He's banned for life. He's banned. And then you be back to the situation we was talking about in the beginning where he can't come to shit. Now y'all can't come to shit because you got him banned and it's all your fault because you wanted to be disclosing dumb shit that wasn't even that serious. And now y'all can't come to nothing. Because if you bring him around, your other cousins, your boy cousins liable to beat Jonathan the fuck up out back. Because they heard that he pushed you in the head and really you punched him in the face and he went like this and you fell on the floor. And now, you know, all your boy cousins and your brothers and them think that Jonathan be beating you on your ass. So when they see him, it's on sight and he's getting fucked up. Now you gotta nurse your own nigga back to health and take him to the hospital and put a stake on his eye and shit. All because you want... I don't know, guys. I'm sorry. Was having some technical difficulties, some little... my internet was going slow, so I just didn't know if you guys can hear me. So I just kind of stopped talking. So hope that it didn't pause for too long and you guys weren't looking at me for that I was crazy. But so also when keep in mind that so now you're gonna have to nurse him back to health and all that, all because you just told too much. So be really, 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 really careful, guys, what you're saying to your family, what you're disclosing, what you're telling people, because you don't want to... I don't want to say you want to be that Lifetime Movie Network abused woman. If this nigga beating your ass, then you gotta tell somebody. But you also don't want to... you don't want to be in a situation where you're just giving up all the tapes about every single minor situationship or, you know, every single minor issue that y'all are having. Every argument doesn't need to be... You know, every argument definitely isn't World War III, and it doesn't need to be disclosed to the whole family. They don't got to be a group chat that today TT and Jonathan was arguing, because nobody gives a fuck. Because they probably arguing with their nigga at the same time. So it's nothing, it's not anything to report that's happening. So give me just a moment. I'm going to just pause just because I think my other video is paused. Let me see. What the fuck? Sorry, guys. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I hope I'm not having too many problems. My Instagram people are probably killing me right now. But yeah, so that's basically where I wanted to go with all of that. Just be mindful of what you're telling people. Be mindful of what you disclose. You know, keep in mind that everybody, you know, we're just all human. So they're all going to have, all your family and all your friends, they're going to have their own, you know, opinions and presumptions. So you just want to... for lack of a better word, keep your partner in a good light, because if you don't, then you're going to forgive them and your family's not, and you're going to be in a situation that you really don't want to be in. So you have to really, really, really be careful with things like that. And that's just something, like I said, that you learn over time. Let me see. Oh my gosh, it's really not working. Sorry. So, yeah. So, I'm sorry. Yeah, so just be mindful of what you're doing, and be mindful of what you're telling people, and be mindful of the things you choose to disclose, because Once you put it out there, you're out there. Be mindful and be careful of super intrusive family members, super intrusive friends, intrusive parents. When they're so intrusive that they're just showing up whenever and popping up whenever and feeling like they can say whatever they want to say whenever they want to say it, that's not okay, because that's not a thing. You have to be at a place where you're willing to, not necessarily, like I said, put your partner in front of your family, but just understand that that's your family. Yes, they have their place, but you also have, you have a place within your partner, and you have, you guys have something too. And if you wanted to continue, then you need to act like it, because you can't allow your family to, have so much say so on what you're doing, and then you're going to turn around and be all alone, and everybody in your family going to have somebody, and you ain't going to have shit. So you don't want that. You don't want to be that person where you allow your family so much control over your life, or, control over your life, or so much say so, and they have so much input, and they impact your decisions so much that you'll run everybody away. Like I said, your family, they love you. Most families see you as like perfect, and it's just like, especially if you're talking about your parents. Your parents put you at such a high value. We don't understand how high of a value that our parents put us, but our parents put us so up here, and it's gonna be hard for them to like warm up to anybody. Say they're worthy of their daughter or worthy of their son. So you want to just, try to take everybody's opinion with a grain of salt. And as long as somebody's treating you well, as long as the relationship is working for you, as long as you're 80% happy, then you rock out. You know what I mean? You understand that there's going to be those obstacles, and you do what you have to do to make things work. Don't let your parents or your family force old habits on you, or like traditions and things like that. I know a lot of people that feel like forced into marriage and things like that per their culture or their tradition or their their religion and things like that. That's another thing where family really can come into play and force you to do something you don't want to do. Because granted, yeah, your parents have been married since they were 17 years old, and now they're 63, and they've been married all this time, and they got married before you was even born, and they had a shotgun wedding and all that. But it's just like, well, it's 2017, and I don't want to live like that. And even if it wasn't 2017, I don't know if I want to marry Jonathan. I mean, I like him now, and I want to be with him for now, but who's to say that this is what I want to do? Every man that I like and that I come across and that I want to date for a while is not necessarily destined to be my husband. Or who's to say I want a husband? Or, especially if you're in an alternative lifestyle, and then you get those, that feedback and that, that's your family all the time, and then it's just like, okay, well, I can't allow you, those beliefs to force my decisions, because I want to do something different. I'm at a different place. I'm not you. So, your ways and habits and everything like that, it's just not my way. And that's okay. Understanding that your way is not my way, and just being able to accept who you are and just stay strong in what you do. And like I said, I referenced today, I just feel like a lot of this has to do with just understanding how to be in an adult relationship, and not to be religious, but the reality is, like, as a child, you grow up and you're taught by your parents to, either you're taught by your mother how to, be a woman and do what women do, and to hold a household and have children and be a mother, etc. Your father shows you, supposed to show you how a man should treat you, and how a man should act, and this and this and that, and how a man should care for a household, and this and that and this. And then you take all of that you learn, and then you make it your own, and then you go on, you move on, you go and live a life of your own, and you flourish, and then start your own family, and then you do the same. So again, you just take your family or your parents, you take all their information, all their feedback, all their slack, all their opinions, take it all with a grain of salt, guys, and just keep in mind that when you're in relationships, don't let any outside factors, affect the consistency or the concept or the nature or the value of your relationship. That should all be based on you and your partner. If your partner does something that you don't like, or you're not happy, make sure that it's based on something that they're doing or not doing. Then you learn to communicate that with your partner and let them know, hey, even if it's something that you are referencing from your family, like, yeah, my parents did this and I'm used to a man that does that. Or, you know what I mean? It doesn't have to be the exact same thing. That if you have those values for yourself, if you've developed those values for yourself, you really appreciate how, you know, your dad always brings your mom flowers every Sunday or something like that. If that's how you feel and that's something that you appreciate, something that you want, communicate that. Don't just assume that Jonathan was raised the same way. His mom probably never got flowers, or his dad brought his mom candy, or, you know, you never know. So just be able to communicate. I feel like we all know that communication is the key to everything, really. And I just feel like if you communicate and if you just focus on yourself and focus on your partner and being the best partner you can be, and being able to communicate to your partner what it is that you need and want out of a partner, then they'll be the best partner they can be. And no outside sources, factors, or family members, friends, or parents can come in the way of that. And, you know, you'll live happily ever after. So, as I already stated, today is the closing of season 2. This was episode 20 of season 2. So, we're now 40 episodes in. I have not decided if I am going to take a hiatus. I will be sure to announce no later than Monday upcoming if there's going to be any type of interruption in the show. Like last season, I did take a month hiatus, just to not only get myself together, but just, you know, get more content for the show and things like that. So I haven't decided or determined if that's going to be a thing as of yet. Right now, I just want to, again, thank you all so much. I appreciate all the support that you guys have been continuously giving me, for all the shares, all the likes, all the views, all the comments. If you guys have anything additional to say once the video is over, feel free to comment underneath the video. Share this video. It will also be up on my YouTube page. And if you missed any of it, if you came late, just either go to my YouTube page, or you guys can go back on Facebook and watch it from the beginning. But I really appreciate you guys so much. I don't think y'all understand how much this means to me, to be 40 episodes and then to be doing this consistently. With all of your support, I wouldn't even be here. So until next time, guys, I love you all. Thank you so much and have a good night. Mwah.